Orivon presents Corpus Christi, a fictional tale. Chapter 1. Crooked Christi. The humidity in Corpus Christi doesn't just sit on your skin. It clings to your soul like a debt you can't pay off. They call it the sparkling city by the sea. But if you look past the tourist traps and the fake smiles on Ocean Drive, you see the rust. The salt air eats everything here, the cars, the buildings, and the people. To the politicians in City Hall, the city is a buffet. They trade contracts for favors and bury their sins in the shallow graves of the Laguna Madre. To the gangs, it's a transit hub, a concrete vein where the blood is replaced by white powder and fentanyl, moving north while the cash flows south. And then there's Leopard Street. Leopard Street is where the city's heartbeat flatlines. It's a neon-lit purgatory of flickering motel signs and the smell of diesel and desperation. Mary Ann stood under the buzzing light of a defunct car wash, her heels clicking against the glass shards on the sidewalk. In this city, you're either the hunter or the bait. For 3 years, Mary Ann had been the bait. But Mary Ann wasn't just a girl on a corner. She was a vault. She collected secrets like other people collected coins. The black Lexus pulled up at 2:15 a.m. The tint was illegal, the plates were government, and the man behind the wheel smelled like expensive scotch and the kind of fear only a family man carries. He didn't know he was picking up his undoing. He was a chief of staff, the mayor's right hand, the man who knew where every bribe was laundered and every scandal was buried. Mary Ann didn't want his money that night. She wanted his life. While he fumbled with his belt in the back seat of that Lexus, Mary Ann's phone was recording. She didn't just record the act. She recorded the conversation she baited out of him, the talk about the port project kickbacks and the names of the men who signed the checks. "I don't want to pay out, Arthur," she whispered, her voice as sharp as a razor blade against his neck when he tried to hand her a crumpled $100 bill. "I want a badge. I want a desk. I want a title." 3 weeks later, the leopard print was gone, replaced by a charcoal gray blazer. The streetwalker was dead. The executive assistant to the mayor was born. Mary Ann moved through the marble halls of City Hall like a ghost in the machine. She was efficient. She was silent. She was the perfect shadow. She watched the mayor, a man whose smile was as synthetic as the turf at the high school stadium, shake hands with the very men who ran the trucks down Leopard Street. She was rising, climbing the ladder built on the blackmail of a broken man, finally smelling the sea breeze instead of the exhaust. She was winning. Until Tuesday. Mary Ann stood in the break room, the coffee machine hissing in the background. The wall-mounted TV flickered to the midday news. Breaking news out of North Corpus. Police are investigating a homicide on the corner of Leopard and Nueces. A female victim, unidentified, was found behind a dumpster. Authorities say the area is known for high-risk activity. The camera zoomed in. It was a wide shot of the car wash. Her car wash. And there, lying in the dirt where Mary Ann had stood just a month ago, was a familiar flash of color. A cheap, sequined hair clip. Mary Ann's hand trembled, the hot coffee splashing onto her pristine white cuff. It wasn't just a random death. It was a message. And the crooked Christi she thought she had escaped was pulling her back into the mud.
You've been listening to Corpus Christi, a fictional tale. New chapters every Wednesday at 9 p.m. For more from the vault, follow Orivon Media. We're just getting started.
Orivon.